Hello YouTube, this is Bub's Comics coming at you with another comic haul. We've got a lot to go through, so we'll get right to it. First off, we've got Catwoman, number 43. This was a Bombshell variant cover. You guys know I don't collect too many modern books, but when I see a variant that I like, I try not to get sucked into buying every variant I see or trying to collect them in any particular way, but every now and then I see one I just can't pass up. And if you can go through this, see this on the rack and not buy it for $1, then you're gonna need to check your pulse, because that looks great. I absolutely love that. Cat Scratch Fever. Yep, I got it. Love it. Catwoman number 43. Fantastic work there. Love it, love it, love it. Next we got House of Mystery, Elvira's House of Mystery number 8. Pretty cool there. I couldn't pass it up. Most of these books, I was at a dealer this past weekend and found a bunch of books for $1, and I just dug into it. Here we have The Iron Giant. This was a promo comic that was advertising for the VHS version of The Iron Giant, and that sucker is mint. I mean, it is really, it's a really nice copy of that comic, and fortunately enough, bagged together, there were 2 of them, so that's a win there. I don't know what to do with the second one. I haven't seen any sales on eBay of any kind for that kind of stuff. My son kind of wants it, so I'll probably hold on to it for him and give it to him later. So next we have Twisted Tales number 2. This is, I don't get too heavy into the horror stuff. Plenty of channels out there for that. But this one is disturbingly scary, but it is a Wrightson cover, and I just couldn't help it, man. Look at those heads strung up around that guy's waist. That is rough. That is really rough. So almost didn't pick it up because it was so scary looking to me. But because it's a Wrightson cover, and I got a weakness for his work, so I went ahead and picked it up. More in the vein of things that I love. Here is Alien Worlds number 1. That's a Joe Chiodo cover. Now, you won't hear me say Chiodo too often. I'm not a huge Chiodo fan. And you would think that I would be with, the artists I like, Frank Cho and Bud Root and, William Stott and, Wally Wood and, Dave Stevens. And, it seems like I'd be in the vein of this. But to me, Joe Chiodo and Linsner, I think Michael Linsner, are 2 that I just don't care for very much. I find that their painted works is what they generally do, lack proper flesh tones and definition where I would want it. But this one, I love that little guy there. Look at that. Oh man, what a little beauty. I love that little fella. That's just amazing. I just absolutely love that guy right there. She's looking pretty good too, and like I said, I'm not a huge Chiodo fan, but he definitely does the same type of work that a lot of other artists that I pick up do, so he tends to be on similar runs. So this Alien Worlds run is what I'm trying to collect, and I think I'm only about 2 comics away from finishing that run. Here's the big boy of the haul. This is a book that I've wanted, kinda. As you all know, I skip over a lot of the Silver Age stuff. I'm mostly, bronze Marvel, and modern is by artist only. So I'm cover hunting modern books, and then I have a few runs that I collect, like Elvira and Lone Ranger and James Bond and stuff like that. Mostly Dynamite titles, and Golden Age is sci-fi, Planet Comics, fantasy comics, stuff like that, and anywhere pretty girls and beasts can be found together on the same comic. But this one, when it comes to the Silver Age, I stick usually with DC. So that's where the bulk of my DC collection comes from, of the big books, is all in the Silver Age. This is Detective Comics 298, the first appearance of Clayface. Now this is the first Silver Age appearance, of course. That's one of the things I don't like about the Silver Age. So, when you're in the Golden Age, the first appearance is the first appearance. And the Bronze Age had tons of first appearances. And yeah, maybe you get into a Hulk 180 or Hulk 181 debate. But for the most part, a first appearance is a first appearance. But when you get into the Silver Age, almost all the major characters, aside from like, X-Men or stuff like that, but almost all the major characters in the Silver Age are really just Silver Age appearances of a character that's already appeared in the Golden Age. And that kind of bothers me as a collector. I really like it to be more defined than that. I like the character to be the first incarnation of the character and nothing else. But in the Silver Age, there's a lot of reimagining of Golden Age characters that were maybe only featured in a minor story or a backup story. And maybe you can call the Golden Age version a completely different character. You hear that a lot. Well, that's a completely different character. Well, for me, this is the first Silver Age appearance of Clayface, and I'm not hunting the Golden Age appearance, so there you go. This is the first appearance of Clayface, as the rest of us would come to know him. So it's pretty cool. I love the cover. Clayface has always been one of my favorite villains of Batman. I just loved, when I remember watching the animated series, that was one of my favorite episodes, were the ones with Clayface in them. I think there's like 2 or 3. And I just absolutely love him. I think it's really, really cool. It's a cool character. And I'm a guy who likes change covers. So this one doesn't have a change cover, but on the interior of this book, there's like 5 or 6 change scenes. It's super cool to watch Clayface change from his normal looks or the clay body to all these different things, and not just people either. He changes into like birds and lizards and dinosaurs and all kinds of stuff. So really, really cool. That's the big boy of the haul. So I guess we can leave it there, and we'll get through some more next time. So hope y'all enjoyed that. This is BUB'S Comics signing off. This will go on my Instagram, First Appearance Friday, so you'll probably see that then. And we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. Read a comic. Bye.